All right, this is your virtual captain's meeting for the Cowan Lake in-person tournament tomorrow and the kayak catfishing tournament 24-hour tournament tomorrow on May the 8th. The national, well, we'll go over the details here in a second. I'm doing a recorded version because the moment I'm done working, I'm going to bed and I'm waking up at midnight or so to act. I'm going to try and give the 24-hour tournament a legitimate effort. Not that I don't try, but I normally go out and fish like 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. I'm going to try and do like midnight to like 8 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to try and really put the time in tomorrow. So that's why I'm doing it now and not live later. Real quick, over to the national scene right here. Tomorrow, three biggest fish, 24 hours, starts at midnight tonight, ends at midnight tomorrow. Well, it starts at midnight 01 tonight, ends at 11:59 p.m. to be technical. Because if you put it at midnight, it's technically the next day. So far we have 6 anglers in there. I'll update the YouTube pages, don't worry. It's your 3 biggest fish, $40 total. $10 of that goes to a big fish. If it gets to the point where a contestant wins their money back, they will win $40 since it's a mandatory $10 big fish. Normally, when you win your money back, you don't get the big fish pot money back because it's an optional pot. We no longer made it optional. Reason being is every ticket you purchase in Fishing Chaos charges its own percentage fee. So like the overall percentage fee that you get charged is per ticket. So if you do a side fish big pot and if you do a regular pot, that's 2 separate fees. To reduce that, which is crazy, it's even if we did it that way, it's still cheaper than our other alternative platforms to use. But I'm here to make it as profitable as possible for the anglers, so that's why it's like that. Yeah, nothing else special. There's nothing special to be said. Any rule changes have been posted. It's real simple. Uh, Put your fish down on their right hand side. Make sure the left eye showing. Bumped. Make sure the identifier's in the picture, and we can see how far the fish is. That that's that's how easy taking pictures should be. All those fine, minute rule changes and adjustments we've had to make recently, those are for extenuating circumstances where we have to go into the minutia. But this is how simple taking a picture should be. Make sure the entire fish is there. Put their nose against the bump. Make them as long as possible. Make sure we can see the identifier. It's really simple. Moving on, Cowan Lake in person tomorrow starts at 9 a.m., ends at 5 p.m. I'm going to say that one more time. Starts at 9 a.m., ends at 5 p.m. That is a time change from the last one. I feel like the last one was a little too long. Cowan Lake specific rules. If you click on the rules, it brings up the national rules, but Cowan Lake specific rules, if you're curious about anything special, are at the very bottom, right here. So the entire rule book applies. This last page is just special to Cowan Lake. So Cowan Lake anglers, you might want to read this real quick. We are allowed to bank fish, boat fish, or kayak fish in this tournament. You are not allowed more than 2 rods per registered angler. This is not a team event. So if you're going to be fishing this from a boat, and if you have 2 people in the boat, you can only have 2 rods out per registered angler. So what I mean is, let's say my buddy Derek is out there fishing and he brought a friend and only one of them have registered. There are only 2 rods allowed to be out of that boat at any given point in time, because it is not a team event. And if both of those anglers registered, you are allowed a maximum of 2 individuals in any vessel. If both of those anglers are registered, they are responsible for their own 2 poles. They have to bait their own pole, they have to cast their own poles, they have to land the fish on their own poles, and they cannot receive help in the landing process. This is an individual tournament. We might do team events down the road, not sure, but this is an individual tournament. We are allowing boats to be in it. This isn't a boat tournament that is allowing kayakers and bank fishermen to be in. It's a kayak tournament that's allowing boats and bank fishermen to be in. So you have to give a little bit of what you're used to make it more competitive for us, not vice versa. Now, I'll be going to a boat tournament out in Grand Lake St. Mary's where it's going to be the opposite situation. I am going to a boat tournament that's allowing a kayak. So I am willingly fishing at a disadvantage there, knowing there's going to be 2 people on a boat, 4 rods out, etc. So the way Cowan Lake's in person set up is to reduce the disadvantages for all the vessels slash fishing from the bank. So that's what that is. Tomorrow it is your 5 biggest fish. The tournament will automatically call. Remember, you have to be on Cowan Lake. I did see a few people I've never seen before register. I'm not 100% sure where they live. I just want them to know you have to be fishing on Cowan Lake in Ohio. Um, if you're an angler and you signed up for this thinking it was the 1 day or the 24-hour event and it was a national event, I just want to just double, triple, and quadruple check. You know you have to be here in Southwest Ohio on Cowan Lake to fish this event. If you signed up for this in error by accident and you do not fish here, we can refund you, no problem. That's no issue whatsoever. Just let me know, and if your intent was to get in a 24-hour tournament, just let me know. We can get you set up over there too. So I just wanted to make that very clear, just because there's a few names I've never seen before and I don't know where they're from. So I don't want someone to sign up for a tournament and their first experience to be they got disqualified. So that's my only thing with that. Um, and for the people fishing in the tournament tomorrow who may be new, this is a perfect example of a perfect fish. How to submit it. Its nose is bumped. It is achieving max length. I am not altering its position in any way. The identifier is right here. This will not be your identifier tomorrow. Your identifier will be available on the app at 7:30 p.m. tonight. And the left eye is visible. Those are really the only points you need to know. Put the fish down on his right hand side. Make sure the nose is against the front of your bump board. Get max length. I don't care how you like. If you're coming from the bass world, they have all these dumb rules about how the tail has to be. I don't care how your tail is in this tournament. It's an open tournament. Your goal is to achieve max length, and the whole fish needs to be visible. It can't be cut off at all. Like if this picture cut off the belly, it would be a disqualified fish. Even though you can see the nose bumped and the tail at the end, if the picture cut the belly off, it would be a disqualified fish. Um, and it's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fish. Everything around it's fine. You can measure with things still in their mouth. I advise putting fish grips in their mouth for the Cowan Lake guys. Some Cowan Lake guys have actually asked me they're concerned about the fish flopping out of the boat or something while they're measuring. My fish grips are on a lanyard, so if he does flop out of the boat, he is still connected to the boat. I also typically do not dehook them until I'm done with the picture. That way, if they flop out of the boat, not only are the fish grips in their mouth, they are also still hooked. So, yeah, and other than that, sorry if I seem like I'm in a rush. It's because I am. I need to work here. I want to get all my work done by 5. That way I can get to bed and I can start fishing both of these events tomorrow. My plan is to go to a lake that is close to Cowan Lake, fish from about 1 or 2 in the morning until about 8, drive 20 minutes over to Cowan Lake, and then fish Cowan Lake. You are not allowed to have fishing lines in the water at Cowan Lake between midnight and fish time, 9 a.m. You are not allowed to fish there. If you are fishing between the hours of midnight and 9 a.m., you are disqualified from the event. Pre-fishing is allowed up till midnight the night prior. You cannot be pre-fishing the morning of. That's why I'm going to a separate lake to fish, and then I'm driving over to Cowan to fish that at 9. You can cast net for bait. That's fine. You cannot use lures for bait. Using lures for bait is an act of fishing, which will get you disqualified. Yes, are you gonna or no? Are you gonna catch a catfish? Probably not. But you can still that's still an act of fishing. You cannot actively be fishing in any manner on the body of water the day of the tournament. So, any questions? Hit me up. And real quick, big shout out to Clint Seeger with Circle Hook Productions on YouTube for creating our intro and outro video. If you have any clips, please ask us for the Google Drive. We asked for clips and pictures, but we realized it's a lot easier to make a hype video with clips and not pictures. So everyone who submitted pictures, thank you very much. We will find a way to showcase them somehow. But if anyone has clips, that would be much more video clips. That would be much more helpful. He took what he had, which is essentially mainly 4 anglers, and made a hype video out of that. But once we gather more clips from more individuals, we will get a hype video with 5, 6, 7, 20 anglers as opposed to just us 3. So, everyone, Best of luck tomorrow. Any questions, hit me up. Kayak Mike out of here.